problem with most business advice. They tell you to delegate, but they never tell you what to delegate, how to delegate, and who to delegate to. So you end up hiring people for random tasks, and now you're just managing more people. It's costing you more money, and your goal was to work less, but you actually end up working more. You just added complexity, more overhead, and you didn't add any more freedom. You actually gave up some freedom, which a lot of times just adds more stress. But there are 4 specific roles that actually remove you from your business operations. The problem isn't that you need more people, you need the right people in the right roles. Most founders hire when they should be installing systems with people to run them. These 4 hires aren't VAs doing busy work, they're strategic roles that replace entire functions. By the end, you'll know exactly which 4 roles to hire and which order to remove yourself from operations. So hire number 1 is the executive assistant. I also call this your time guardian. This person handles everything that keeps you organized, but doesn't require your expertise. Calendar management, email filtering, travel coordination, and all the admin work that can slowly eat up your day. This hire alone frees up 15 to 20 hours per week, so you can focus on $500 per hour work instead of $15 per hour task. If you're making 6 or 7 figures and you're doing admin work, you're losing money every hour. You'd be better off just setting it on fire. I always tell our clients that if you don't have an assistant, you are the assistant. So for me, before I made this hire, listen, I was doing everything. I'm checking email, I'm doing client support all through my main email. And I hired a VA who actually she became our operation director until still to this day is our operation director. And she came on and took all of that off my plate, all the way from replying to emails, client emails, other support emails, everything that was coming on that was bogging me down where I couldn't focus on my zone of genius. She took all of it off the plate and freed up tons of bandwidth so I could focus on areas that really moved the needle, like marketing and sales at the time. And that hire was a total game changer, easily my best hire today. Now, hire number 2 is the operations manager. This is the systems owner. Now, this person owns your processes and your systems, so you don't have to micromanage everything. They handle SOPs, team coordination, project management, and quality control all across your business. They remove you from day-to-day team management while actually giving you more control through systems. Most founders think delegation means losing control, but systems actually create predictable control. So as I mentioned, my initial executive assistant, she actually became our operations director, and she was able to dive in and look at all of our systems, all the way from client support, all the way from sales and marketing, and really how to integrate all these things so they can actually communicate the right way together from department to department. Because again, in this role, they, for the most part, lead the company and keep everything on track. So it's a book called Rocket Fuel, and it talks about having a visionary and an integrator. In a lot of ways, this operations manager become your integrator. So now you're the visionary, you come up with these ideas, you know how you want things to look, and you can actually hand them off, and they can actually implement the things. And they can also see blind spots that you might not see as a founder and help you tighten things up and even improve upon your vision and what you're looking at, because they're thinking operationally, and a lot of times we're just thinking visual, and we're just seeing the outcome, but they'll see all the different steps that has to happen and even some of the things that can go wrong to help you eliminate those things from the get-go. It's exactly what happened for me, and I see this all the time when we implement these operation managers into founders' businesses. Now, hire number 3 is your marketing systems manager. This is going to be your growth engine. This person owns your lead generation and nurture system, so your marketing can run without you. I was doing an event earlier today, actually, and I was asking, hey, how many leads did y'all generate yesterday? And one guy said, well, I didn't work yesterday. And I was like, hey, how many leads you generated yesterday and got nothing to do with you not working yesterday? Because you're supposed to have leads coming in every single day, even when you sleep, whether you're working or not. And part of the responsibility of your marketing systems manager is to make sure new leads are coming into the pipeline every single day, and they're handling all things marketing. This is content scheduling, email sequences, ad management, and making sure lead following up is happening consistently from a marketing standpoint. Now, sales has a role in this as well, but they'll integrate with your sales team. Hiring for this role ensures you have predictable leads coming in, even when you're focused on other priorities. Great marketing people exist. You just need to know exactly where to look and how to test them properly, because this could be a very expensive hire if not done the right way. Now, when I hired my first marketing manager, he came on and I invested a lot of time helping him dial in, figure out ads, how to generate leads, and really understand the psychology around it. So this way I can focus on the bigger picture aspect of the marketing and then just hand the implementation over to him, and he can actually go do it, launch the ads, put the content strategy in place, and even my content person like, hey, here's what I'm thinking, here's what it looks like, here, how do we put this together, what's your thoughts on this? And they can actually take it and go implement it, and I can stay focused in the visionary seat versus getting into the weeds and trying to figure out what the algorithm is doing and these things, or what is meta changing and all these different things, trying to keep up with all that. That is actually their role, and that frees your bandwidth up for high level priorities. Now, the 4th hire is your client success manager, and this is all about your delivery system. This person owns the entire client experience from onboarding to results delivery. This includes client onboarding, regular check-ins, issue resolution, and renewal conversations. This removes you from client delivery while often improving client satisfaction and retention, which of course increases your LTV. Clients want results and attention, but they don't need it from you personally to be happy. So for example, with our consulting company, I actually used to do all the coaching, I used to do all the calls, spend hours and hours and hours in fulfillment, because I thought it all had to go through me. And it wasn't until I actually started building a team of specialists where we can actually support our clients, and our clients actually getting amazing outcomes and results, even without me being a part of the process. So we had clients getting amazing outcomes, growing their business to 6 and even 7 figures, who I had never even spoken to. Very, very powerful. I actually shared this with another client named Abdul, and he actually implemented this into his business, and he actually freed up about 52 hours a week in client fulfillment. That's about 200 hours a month that he freed up, that now he can invest back into his family. Pretty crazy, right? Now, if you're thinking this makes sense, but I need some help implementing these systems, that's exactly what we do inside of our strategic scale programs. We install all these frameworks with you so they actually get done. You'll have time to figure this stuff out through trial and error and do this all together. So click the link in the description and schedule a strategic scale session with my team. And here's the good news. We don't do hard selling and pressure and all this different type of stuff. We work with business owners who already know they want to grow. They already know they require systems and they want to take things to the next level, and they know that it's more valuable to actually get experts who've done it already to help them do it and get there faster. So we're not forcing you or convincing you or anything. We lay out a specific game plan, and then from there, if you want to help you implement the game plan, then we talk about some different options of how we can move forward. So these 4 hires eliminate 80% of your daily tasks when you hire strategically instead of randomly. So start with an executive assistant, then operations manager. Your executive assistant could develop into your operations manager or operations director, and then you can look at the others based on your biggest bottleneck. If you want help installing these systems and hiring these particular roles, we got you. All you gotta do is click the link below. And if you want to see the exact productivity system that I use to work less while earning more, check out this video right here where I break down my entire daily workflow.